Welcome back to Rewire the Roots. Today's episode is about people whose path has gotten quieter, but not because they're wrong, it's because they're finally walking right. You start wondering, did I mess up? Did I become too extreme, too righteous, too holy? But the truth is, you didn't become too much. You just stopped being what they were used to. Friends stop calling. People don't invite you out no more. Conversations dry up. Even the attention you used to get from men, from women, from whoever just disappears. When you really start shifting your life, especially towards God, the noise of the world starts to fade, but the silence gets louder. Today, I want to talk about loneliness and not just being alone, the kind of silence that comes when you start to follow God's path but society slowly starts to fall away from you. Let me be clear. I'm not following the Bible word for word. I'm not perfect. But people who truly walk this path can admit the same. Plan is not to be holier than the next. The plan is to be better than what you was yesterday. And that's all you can do. And sometimes I interpret the scripture in my own words. I fall short. I question and I wrestle with the truth. But that's what we do as people. That happens. And you don't have to feel wrong for that because there are millions of people on this earth right now who is going through the same thing. So that's why I created this episode to help those who are on this path, who question certain things, who try to redefine the scripture in their own words. You're not alone. The truth is, you stopped doing what they did. You stopped finding joy in distractions and you started to find purpose. And purpose is quiet. But the point I'm trying to make is I'm trying. I'm intentional. And I've lost a lot socially, not just with women, but overall, altogether, things that I'm trying to change within myself, I choose not to participate in. I choose not to be around anymore. It's certain things that others may still do that you are trying to refrain yourself from doing. So with that being said, it seems like you're pulling yourself away from who you used to be. But don't look at that as a bad thing. That is absolutely normal for a person that is on the journey that we are on currently trying to follow God's path. You're going to feel like that. You're not going to feel like yourself, and that is okay. But on this path, you have to stay strong. You cannot fall for the same temptations that you used to fall for because temptations are everywhere. But it's our strength and our faith in God that keeps us from falling for this temptation. We have to remember why we are on this journey, why we are on this path. Don't fold for the temptation because there is temptation every single where we turn. There is temptation. And the biggest temptation, in my opinion, is lust. We cannot fold to lust. We cannot fold to it because it's going to come at you. You might be chilling at home and the silence of loneliness is louder than anything. So you might be tempted to call somebody that you know you should not be calling. You might be tempted to text somebody that you know you're not supposed to be texting because as human beings, we don't like to be by ourselves. We like to have a companion. And I feel like it's just human nature to go where you're comfortable at, but don't fall for it. Don't let loneliness lead you to someone that you know you're not compatible with. Don't let temptation lead you to someone you know you're not supposed to be around. You're not in this fight alone. If you're alone right now, we have to keep the faith and we have to stay strong. That's the only way we're going to come out on top. That's the only way that we are going to meet the people that God puts in our lives. Don't let your human tendencies lead you the wrong way because we're sinful by nature. So you cannot believe that that you will never commit sin again because we are born sinners. But we can reframe ourselves. We can ignore the temptations. We can win the battle. It's not just men who feel this way. Women who set standards, who walk with God, who stop entertaining lust, or lowering their value, they get overlooked too. This isn't just a guy or girl thing. It's a spiritual thing. I know it feels heavy. The loneliness can get loud, but maybe God allowed this silence to get your attention. Maybe he wanted you to stop leaning on people who were distractions so he could become your foundation. The isolation isn't punishment, it's preparation. He's not stripping your social life to hurt you, he's shifting your circle to heal you. And what you think you are missing right now, you will eventually realize that it was keeping you from growing. If you're on this journey and it feels like nobody sees you, hears you, or understands you, just know you're not crazy and you're not alone. God sees you. The path might be quieter. Stay rooted, stay real, stay faithful, because what's on the other side of this silence is exactly what you've been praying for. I like to bring awareness to certain things because it's things that I feel like I'm going through as a man that's trying to become better, that I feel like I need to bring awareness on, just to help other people out. Because don't feel like you are alone in this journey. This journey is not for the weak. You have to be strong-minded. You have to be able to ignore the distractions that are around us. They're going to come at you from every direction. But we have to keep our faith in God in order to ignore these distractions and keep our eyes on the prize, which are our goals, our dreams, the things that we want to do for our future. Don't get caught in the earthly things that is around us, because there is plenty of things going on around us right now that we should not be involved in. There are plenty of people in the world right now going through what you are going through today. But keep the faith and you're going to come out on top. Don't feel like you have to rush and go get a man. Don't feel like you have to go rush and get a woman, because you do not have to. Learn to kick it by yourself, because sometimes that's all we need. I'm learning to be better every single day, and I'm striving to be a better man than I was yesterday. Strive to be a better woman than what you was yesterday, because my podcast is not specifically for any gender. My podcast is for all individuals that are trying to better themselves. This is Rewire the Roots. You can follow my Instagram page, or you can subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate anybody that is tuning in, man. That's pretty much it, man. Peace.